Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Once again, my name is Katrice, and on this channel, I'm going to be talking about all things personal finance, business, and lifestyle. So make sure to subscribe. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a very important topic, which is the importance of making a will. So a will is a legal document that outlines how you want your assets to be distributed when you pass away. Wills are an important part of your estate planning, and they're an important tool to ensure that your wishes are carried out how you would want them to be should you not be here. Without a will, the distribution of all your assets, so that's all your cash, all your investments, all your property, etc., is chosen by the government, which what the government chooses may not be exactly what you would want. So that's why you want to make a will and state exactly who you want to get exactly what. Having a will in place can also help to avoid potential disputes amongst family members. As we all know, money, assets, all of that, it changes people. So let's have your wishes outlined, and then it is what it is. It's super important for everyone to have a will regardless of age, financial status, family situation. So for all of you who don't have kids, I don't want to hear, I don't have kids, I'm too young, none of that. We all need a will. Everyone over the age of majority needs to have a will. In this video, I'm going to cover why you should have a will, what's included in a will, and I'm also going to share with you a super easy way to get your will done in less than 20 minutes from the comfort of your own home. Okay, so as I'm sure we've all heard, there's only two certainties in life: one, taxes, and two, death. So if we know what's going to happen, why not prepare for it? So a lot of people think that they don't need a will because they're not old enough, or they don't feel like they have assets and they don't have property and stuff like that. But really, it's very important to prepare a will for unforeseen circumstances. Accidents do happen and they can result in death. I'm not even just referring to car accidents, but I'm also referring to travel accidents. So I know that a lot of us have been, traveling a little bit more, especially post-COVID. We want to go this place, we want to go that place and have fun, which is amazing. But at the end of the day, we are putting ourselves a little bit more at risk when we do travel to these places. And it's important to make sure that your wishes are documented in a will so that in case something does happen, your wishes will be carried out accordingly. So for example, I went to Jamaica last year and I had a lot of fun. I did fun activities like zip lining, I did ATVing. I had a great time, but of course, if I'm going on a super high zip line, I'm taking a big risk. And if something did happen, I want to make sure that my assets would be distributed the way that I want them to be. Another important unforeseen circumstance is, of course, illness. So we never know when illness is coming towards us. Of course, I'm not wishing this on anybody, but the reality is that you want to be protected. You never know when a sudden illness or anything is going to happen to you or your loved ones. So that's why it's important to get these things done, especially while you're in good health, and then you're just covered. Okay, and the last unforeseen circumstance, I know this is going to sound dramatic, but it's also important to consider food poisoning. So I know that a lot of us are trying this restaurant, that restaurant. I see it all on Instagram, which that's fine, but we do have to kind of realize that you are putting yourself a little bit more at risk of food poisoning when you do try these places. I'm not saying don't try them, but I'm just saying be conscious of the potential accidents that can happen and just protect your assets. While I was doing some research for this video, I came across a story of Amy Winehouse, and she's actually an example of someone who supposedly died from food poisoning. I think she was like 29 at the time. But again, of course, she was not thinking, oh, I may get food poisoned. And then, there was different issues going on with her will. At one point, they thought she had one and then she didn't. Nonetheless, you want to have a will just because you never know what could happen. And that's really the message that I want to stress. Let's talk about what's included in a will. So the first thing that's going to be included in a will is the distribution of assets. So this is pretty much you choosing how you want your money, your investments, your properties, etc. to be distributed. I know to some of you, you might say, I have no money in the bank. I don't care. I don't have property. I'm good. No. It doesn't even have to be those things. It could literally just be something as simple as maybe you have a coin collection that's worth quite a bit of money, or you have a very special necklace that's worth a little something something. Then you want to detail that you want these items to go to so-and-so. Another very important topic in your will is going to be guardianship of children. So this is of course for people who have children under the age of 18. So let's say that you pass away without a will, then you're leaving it up to the government and the courts to decide who should take care of your child or your children. So let's say that you have a sister, you guys kind of get along, but you wouldn't ideally want her to be the first person to take care of your child. You actually have a best friend who treats your child like their own that you think would do a much, much better job. The likelihood of a court choosing your best friend over your sister who's blood related to you is very slim. So if you do have a situation like that or anything similar, then you do want to just put that detail in your will saying, should something happen to me, I appoint so-and-so to be the guardian of my children. In your will, you'll also name an executor, and this is the person who plays a very important role. This person, your executor, is going to take care of closing all of your bank accounts, closing all your investment accounts, distributing your assets, and things like that. This is a very big job actually, so you want to get someone that you trust and someone who's willing to take on the role. There's a list of like 87 things that need to be done when someone passes away, and that's pretty much the job of the executor. Lastly, in your will, there's an opportunity to set up trusts for your beneficiaries. So let's say you have a young kid and you don't want them to receive their inheritance until they're age 21, 25, etc. You can have that stated in your will. They'll have an option to take out a portion earlier if it's for education or living expenses, but other than that, you can consider just delaying it a little bit. I know we've covered a lot of information so far and it may be a little bit overwhelming, but I'm going to share with you how you can actually make a will. According to my research, to make a will in Ontario with a traditional lawyer, you're looking at anywhere from $300 to $1,400 just to get it set up. And then every time you make a change, they charge an extra fee for that. I've heard of, actually someone told me that they're spending about $200 per line every time they want to make a change. So that can be extremely costly. I know that paying all that money is not ideal for the vast majority of us, and that's why I want to talk to you guys about the platform that I use to make my will, which is Epilogue. So Epilogue is an online will-making platform. I really like them because they're affordable, it's easy to use, and you can complete your will in under 20 minutes from your own home. You also get lifetime updates at no additional cost, which was a big selling point for me. When you make your will through Epilogue, it's pretty much just 3 simple and easy steps. So 1, you're going to go to the Epilogue website and answer a series of questions about yourself and your wishes. I think it took me less than 10 minutes to get through this part. Then 2, Epilogue is going to generate a custom will for you. And then 3, you can either have Epilogue printed out for you and ship it to your house, or you can print it yourself and get 2 witnesses to sign it. Another great thing about making your will through Epilogue is that they include a code to register your will on the Canada Will Registry, which makes everything so much easier when your will is needed at the time of your death. When you make your will through epilogue.com, make sure to use my code Katrice20 and you'll get $20 off of your will. So there you have it. Making a will is an essential part of your estate planning, and it's an important tool for ensuring that your wishes are carried out the way you would want them to be should you pass away, when you pass away. I encourage you to take control of your future and make a will with Epilogue using my code Katrice20. Also, I encourage you to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.